all about it.
That was real good. That was money, first of all.
Let's do another one.
Okay.
Hey everyone, this is the Real Review 3000 and I am Chris Knight, and we're here with something we haven't done for quite a while, and that's an unboxing. So as you see behind me right here, we're doing Snowball Black Ice microphone. Now right here behind me is what it looks like out of package. This is an old package picture that I found, and you'll see when we cut to the other angle that it's not the same package, but it is the same microphone. Now, to give you a few little ideas about what this microphone is like, it is a transducer type condenser pressure gradient with USB digital output microphone. It has a pattern, so condenser mics, if you don't know, have several patterns. This one has one, and some of the other models that Blue makes do have a way of changing its pattern, but this one does not, so it stays in what we call the cardioid pattern, which is pretty simple. It catches everything in the front and a little bit behind it, and it does really well with ambient noise or ambient sounds, and we'll get to more of that here in a little bit when we get the microphone out. It is fairly decent size for a microphone, about the size of a softball, and it has some system requirements for your computer, which we will also get to. So let's open this up. Let's see here, try not to rip anything. Actually, we'll pull this down. So we're going to pull this stuff out and put it down right here where the camera can show it. Let's see if we can get this out. Okay, we'll get rid of the box. So these are the two types of packages that it comes in inside of the box. So as you can see, we'll open this first. And there's the microphone. We'll put that down there. Then we will open this up. Looks like we have a tripod and a cord. And then you have your instructions, which we'll turn around and show that. So, let's do this. We're going to take out the microphone first and go over some things with you. So as you can see, it is a blue microphone, black but blue. And this again is a condenser mic, so it does really good for studio vocals, studio voice work. You can use this to capture guitar and some other instruments, but they use different type of condenser mics for that normally. But if you're just starting out, this will do really well for a lot of varying uses. So what I would use this for mostly is voice work and some vocal work. Again, we're going to talk about cardioid. Cardioid is very simple. Everything up in front, since this is the front, it's going to catch all of this surrounding area and just about a few inches from behind here. So not very much behind the microphone. Again, ambient noise, depending on where you're recording, can be an issue, or this can be really good if you're trying to catch multiple people in a very varying formation around the front of this. So multiple vocalists, a panel. This could pick up a couple people on a panel for a webcast or something like that, but it's not necessarily something you want if you have a recording area where there's pipes around it, where you can hear water going through, which I have here a lot, or near a furnace. Furnace will give it a kind of airy noise, but this would catch a lot of that. So if you're in a really quiet place, or if you can soundproof your area, this will be a very good starting microphone. I think the cost of these is anywhere from $60 to $90. I'm not positive, but there's a couple things more we're going to talk about. One is the frequency response. The frequency response is from 40 to negative 18 kilohertz, I believe, The sample word rate is 44.1 hertz or kilohertz, and or 16-bit. If you played video games back in the 80s and early 90s, that would be 8-bit. So it's better than that. So it's pretty clear. The weight here is about one pound. It's about 6 inches in diameter, 1 foot or 12 inches around if you want to go with circumference. Your system requirements for Windows, you need 7, 8.1, or 10 on your Windows. And then you need to have a USB 1.1, a 2.0, or a 3.0 for Windows. And with Macintosh, you need Mac OS 10.10 or higher. And the same requirements are for the USB 1.1, 2.0, or 3.0. So we'll put this down really quick here. And we'll grab this now. This is the bag that has your cord and the tripod. Now, I've done some research on this, and I've heard that the tripod is kind of cumbersome, and it might not do well with certain applications. I've heard it gets knocked over easy. Now, if you're doing what I do here at the Real Review 3000 in our studio, I use boom mics, regular standing microphone mics. I've used goosenecks in the past, stuff like that. If you got any of those, I would suggest using those because this will screw right on there. I'll show you real quick here. That has a universal mounting screw right there. So that means if you look at this real quick here, let's go right there. You'll see that thread pattern and the size. This is pretty much universal for all microphone stands. I say that, take it as a caveat that there are probably some mic stands out there that are weird and have done different things with their mounting systems to make it so it's more of a proprietary thing. But for general purposes, most mic stands you find, be it a gooseneck, a boom, or just a regular stand-up microphone stand, they are all going to have pretty much the same type of mounting screw. So it would go in like this if you're going to use the tripod. Make sure you get it all the way down there nice and tight. Give it just a quick little one pull, more than tight, and then we will move this cord and put this down right here. Find solid footing, and it looks pretty good on the stability. But like I said, I've heard some other things. So just if you're having a problem, probably go out, buy yourself like a $20 mic stand. I think even boom stands run about $20-30 for a relatively cheap one. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to shut down and go to another scene where we can use just this microphone. So I'm going to go ahead, shut this down, and come back using only the blue microphone. I'm going to take everything off, and we will be right back. Okay, so here we are, and this is what you're going to hear. This is the blue black ice microphone. Now, as you can see, we got the indicator light right here, and I'm pretty sure right now you're going to notice that there's a change in sound since I'm behind here. Now, I'm not sure because I don't have my headphones on, so we'll see. But this is the difference from this and a relatively professional quality condenser microphone that I normally use. Now you might notice some difference because I'm right here, right against this. I'm pretty sure it sounds pretty clear because when I did a test to make sure I had this hooked up, it sounded really clear. But I notice a lot of people on YouTube who use this like to do this, like to be with the mic. Sometimes they'll hold it like this. People who I know that use it for singing and stuff, lots of times they'll hold it like this, or they'll hold it just like this out of frame. But again, for voice work and for vocal work, this microphone should do really well. And like I said, you can tell, you can go between the two and say, well, this one sounds better than what you're normally using. Well, that could be because the one I'm normally using, again, is at a different rate, like different space away from me. So make your choice, but I will say this, for the price, even though I didn't have to pay for this one, for the price, like I said, between 60 and 90 bucks, somewhere around there, depending on where you find it. This microphone is probably one of the best starting microphones you're going to find. Now, Blue has other options, other Snowballs, one called a Yeti, and they have some options on changing your cardioid function. But if you're looking just to start on YouTube and you don't have a mic and you're wondering, what do I start with? What's the best thing? Should I use my webcam mic, or should I go buy a mic? I'd suggest buying this mic. This mic is done very well. It's solid, and for the price, I don't think you could beat it for a starter. So that's my point on this. My name is Chris Knight. Please do me a favor, like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the bell so you know what's coming up and when we're doing it, and tell your friends about us, please. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs. We have our watch time for monetization, but now we're trying to get our subs. So help us try to do that. Until later, I'm telling you right now, have a nice day.
Hey guys, thanks for checking us out. Be sure to subscribe to both channels and make sure you check out our friends in the Fandom Menace. You can check us out on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and you can also send us an email at Sean@SeanStackhouseReacts.com and Chris Knight at TheRealReview3000.com.